What's up, gamers? It's the Kappest cast of all the casts. That's facts.
I want to stab him now. Oh my god.
What?
Oh wait, what?
Today we have an absolutely riveting episode because we're doing the political compass to give people a better idea of our biases and where we come from. Not only that, but we have a brand new co-host. How exciting. Athena, the one and only.
Yeah, that's me.
Let's go. We also have Chris, Jacko, and Bullseye, and me.
What up?
Greetings.
Okay, let's just bloody get started, right?
Okay. Let's do this, shall we?
Right, if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations.
Strongly disagree.
What?
Whoa.
As
really
for the
hope you're
shits of it.
lying.
Why?
I think everything should serve the purpose of humanity.
Facts.
I think I'm gonna
Progression of-
agree.
Progression of society, further, evolving humans, or, or technologically, I can't speak. I think that's a good thing.
Facts,
real.
bruh.
No, let the rich get richer.
Hell yeah.
Nope.
Sure.
I'm not rich, so don't let that happen yet.
Good look at his bank account. Oh, 2 mil. Alright.
Alright, rich get richer, let's go! Woo!
Fuck taxes.
As soon as you make it on Twitch, you're going strongly disagree.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that stuff he did. I saw the earlier today. I want more money.
Alright,
Yeah,
Chris.
instantly cancelled.
Do you want to elaborate, Chris?
That's not me.
No,
What?
just a man.
Anyway, I'm actually up at like question 9 already. So
Oh yeah, but do you want
Whoa.
to?
no, I did it for shits and giggles.
Oh, okay.
Giggles and shits.
Okay, next question. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong.
I was gonna say, strongly disagree,
Yeah,
straight up
I
World War
agree.
II. That's what I'm saying.
Strongly
That's
disagree.
Facts.
all you gotta say.
Construction got me fucked up.
No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. Fact or cap?
There should be like a middle ground.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it comes
That's
down
why
to
I
what
go
you.
disagree. I'll go agree.
I think it comes down to what you mean by pride. Oh, pride, you know.
Yeah,
Like
it's just
uh,
feeding off of nationalisms, like,
Yeah.
There
Just
should be a
a-
middle ground here. If there was a middle ground, she's that.
just
like
a
patriotic,
sense
yeah.
of
Yeah.
joy from being from a certain place, or like it's above other countries.
Woo. There's a
Bro,
country.
I like
Let's
Australia
go.
so much because it's
Oh.
multicultural. Ew.
Oh my God. Our race.
so much because of the coal farm.
Yeah. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. Strongly agree, obviously.
The only right answer.
Right. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Fact or cap? Disagree?
Cap. That's cap.
I don't know.
I
That's-
agree.
That's straight up cap.
I don't really have anything to say about that. Okay, military action that defies international law is sometimes justified.
Strongly disagree.
Why?
Disagree with that.
I'll disagree.
Yeah, same. I disagree.
What if those international laws are cringe?
Give an
Well, how do
example.
you know it's cringe?
Oh, it's
Is it
subjective.
a subjective viewpoint of it's cringe, or is it an objective viewpoint that it's cringe?
Subjective, I suppose.
Yeah, then it's not fucking cringe, because it's not cringe to me.
Well, if you're thinking about international law, you could go to like again World War II when Germany wasn't meant to have an army, but Hitler was like, you know what, bro? We're building an army. We're getting tanks and shit. What are you gonna
Was
do
that-
about it?
Was
And
that
no
really
one cared.
international law, or was that just what
That
they
was-
signed
well,
according to the Treaty
yeah,
of
it was-
Versailles?
That's what they put into the Treaty of Versailles. But hypothetically, that would be classed as a international law, no?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
it would,
it would be.
because the Geneva Conventions and the Nuremberg Codes are kind of international law.
True.
But I mean, say there's like an international law that's, you know, just big cringe. Like,
yeah, but yeah, which one?
I mean, I can't think of any, but hypothetically.
No, I disagree.
Oh yes, I agree that the chemical warfare treaty is cringe. Therefore, I'm going to gas your entire population.
Yeah, orange is my favorite flavor. Why shouldn't I do it?
Bruh.
Okay, so what's the next question?
No, but what if, for whatever reason, they make up a law that's like, I don't know, you're not allowed to have any nukes, right?
Bro,
You could disarmament me.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Really?
What's military action gonna do to the? What?
But then,
what's military action going to do to like fucking just like no, you can't have nukes, and like America's just like I have as many nukes as I want. You get
Yeah.
close, I nuke you.
I have 6 per state. Beat me.
anyway, okay, there is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. Fact
I
or cap?
disagree. I think things should have a nice, healthy blend of entertainment and information. You know, it's like think of documentaries. They can be informal, but also like they can inform you, but they're also quite entertaining at the same time.
True. I suppose the biggest concern is like sensationalism. Like when you're trying to be entertaining as well, it can sometimes muddy the information that's being
That's true.
spread.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people are more aware of certain things just because of entertaining shows that are informative. So
Yeah.
that's fair dinkum. Alright,
I
people.
think-
Yeah.
No, never mind. Just continue on.
Okay. People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. Fact or cap?
That's a fact.
That is a fact, but people's nationality in the past has determined their class.
That's true.
Agreed. Agreed.
Mhm.
Interesting. I'm tempted to say disagree. I mean, do you feel more related to like a billionaire Australian or like somebody who's like more middle class living in like an Indian village or something that's like totally different culture and religion and way of thinking and everything?
Probably middle class, to be
I
honest.
feel like that's different though.
What do you mean?
No, but
So,
that's exactly what the question's saying.
I'd say if you just live like same country, different nationality, you know what I'm saying? I think that's
But-
what I was asking, rather than a whole different culture.
I mean, nationality is the nation you're from. But so do you feel more alike to an Australian billionaire or some more middle class person who's living in like Africa and is like I mean there aren't a lot of middle class people in Africa, but you know what I mean.
The middle class African, I'd feel closer to.
Maybe.
Because they would understand the same things you are. It doesn't matter if it's a different culture,
Exactly.
like how you would survive and stuff. A billionaire is just,
Maybe.
they wouldn't understand at all.
Interesting. Right. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment.
Why don't you employ people to deal with inflation?
That's deep. Bro.
It's just, yeah,
Bro,
man.
why don't you just print more money?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I'm dumb. I was thinking about inflation and population, not money. No, it's like that 3 trillion note. What was it, Zimbabwe? No.
Yeah, that
Well,
was
it's Venezuela as well.
Venezuela. Yeah, Venezuela.
that was the $100 trillion note.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Or like 1923 German mark was like 0.00000035 Australian dollar or some shit.
Something pathetic, essentially.
Yeah, man. But
It's like one loaf of bread for your whole house.
I'd say agree.
I mean, you can just make a whole house
Yeah.
out of money then. Anyway, because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation.
Agree.
Fact or cap?
Like,
Wrongly agree, bro.
yeah, I
Yeah,
strongly
okay.
agree as well.
What do you think, Chris?
I'm thinking.
Right,
It is natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents.
But do you think corporations should be regulated to protect the environment?
Well, if there was a what am I thinking? Actually, yeah, agree.
Pog,
Because
Actually, I reckon it depends on the corporation.
what you mean?
So if the corporation has no bad side effects or nothing really, or it's just neutral to anything, they shouldn't have to.
like they're planting more
protect the-
trees than they cut down.
Yeah, like, or if they're not even cutting down trees. Like,
But-
should they be required to do the same things other corporations are which they're doing bad things to the environment?
I mean, that's like saying, oh, not everyone should be,
Well,
it should,
it's more like you deal with what you've done. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah, I mean, no one's saying, like, companies should be penalized for things they didn't do.
Yeah.
Anyway, from each according to his ability, to each according to his need, is a fundamentally good idea.
No, I strongly agree with that one.
Really?
Yeah.
You know who said that?
Trying to think. No, I do not.
It was Karl Marx.
Bro,
Yeah.
fucking Karl Marx? No, I hate it now. It's Marxist. Fuck it. Strongly disagree.
Let's go. What do you guys think?
Disagree.
Hmm.
I mean, fundamentally, it is a good idea. Just saying, like,
But will it work out?
it doesn't work out, but fundamentally, on paper, it's a good idea. Like, your ability, yeah. Like,
the question-
fundamentally, it's a good idea, but
The question is, like, is it about this is how it should be, or like this is what the government should implement? You know?
True. I
So
reckon it's what
I-
it should be.
I
but they
think
shouldn't.
it's not so much of an ethical statement, it's an economic statement.
yeah,
Aw. I don't go agree then. Yeah.
Right, the freer the market, the freer the people.
True.
I don't know about this one.
I don't know. I mean, like, China technically has a relatively free market for what it does, but like, are the people free? No,
Yeah.
not necessarily.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated.
know.
Like, you could say yeah, but then it gets to a point where you have monopolies that actually have a lot of control over people's lives. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
an economic system that is the most free would be like a free market with certain restrictions on large companies. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with disagree. It's
Yeah.
a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. Fact or cap?
That's fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Agree with that one.
I have to say disagree, because it's you're still able to get water. Essentially, when people are buying bottled water, they're paying for like more. They're paying for the convenience of the bottle and a better taste. You know, it's like spring water and things. So as long as even unemployed people still have access to water, I don't really see the issue.
That's
Apart
fair.
from pollution, obviously. Right, land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold.
Disagree.
Disagree. Strongly
Yeah.
disagree.
Why?
Because that's gives boundaries, territories to people. You can't. It's hard to explain. But like,
You have no privacy.
I would rather have something that I've earned, that I've purchased for me, or whoever I'm with, than for it to all be communal or never territorial, and it can all just be like,
Taken away.
yeah,
So basically, you're just like, okay, as long as I got my space, I'm happy with that. But if you come into my space and try to take it off me, without any of my consent or that, like that's bad.
Yeah.
So yes, I have to agree with you with that one.
I mean, I totally get it if you're talking about the land that your house is on, but then the question arrives, how should we decide which land is like should be sold. I mean, it gets to a point where in places like Texas, I mean, a majority of the land is on private ranches, and so there aren't a lot of places you can go if you want to go out and see the nature, bro. And then
Yeah.
like in countries like Sweden, they have like laws where unless like you're not allowed to walk into someone's house without consent, but you can go on whatever land you want. You know,
Yeah.
because it's like we
It's still
wouldn't want a
weird, though,
situation
it's like,
where like
there you go.
the government's like, okay, we're gonna sell like 99% of the country's land to some guy for $1 million, and no one else is allowed to go in it. Oh, like trespassing. So I'd say unless it's being put to use as like farmland or something like that, people probably shouldn't have that much private land for like not that good of a reason.
Bro, it just shows
I
you
see what
how
you mean.
it shows you how high you up on the social economic scale. Just so you know that you're fucking balling.
Yeah, and then it's
No.
cringe because
No, it's not cringe.
there isn't enough land for other people. You know what I mean?
Well, because they worked for that land. They
Not
did what they had
necessarily.
to get that.
How do you know that?
You
Not
can
every-
just
worked?
not
keep the
everyone.
land.
Wait, there was people talking overlapping.
How do you know they worked for their land?
Well,
Maybe they
you know,
inherited it, or
well, considering that that my parents worked to build a 2-bedroom house in a half acre lot into a 5-bedroom house with a granny flat out the back, a massive shed, and all that, and having a backyard, like I fucking know how hard my parents worked to make that house livable, and then they sold it for 1.2, not 800,000, and then they bought this place down here. First off, they had to sell it, then they had to fix their mortgage just to buy this place here.
yeah.
They worked for this.
The thing about that's just you. That's not everyone.
Yeah, well,
Facts.
Everyone.
actually, I have neighbors down the road who got like has got like 230 acres down there. They come
Still,
from
what
Britain, so their
what
money
about
is
the-
like that.
What about oil farming corporations? They just buy massive amounts of land and they destroy it
Wait, what was that
for
first bit?
minerals. Just corporations.
Well, they did have the money for it.
Yeah, but they're just, they have the money and they're spending it. It doesn't even hurt them. That's totally different from working their ass off to try and build something
Yeah,
up from the bottom.
Yeah, it's a totally different scenario from the working class.
That's what he's trying to get at, though.
Wait, who's trying to get at that? Jonesy.
What about the people who can't get it just because the big corporations buy endless amounts of lands?
Well, I don't think they'll be buying up urban territory, or urban land actually. Like they I don't see any massive corporations going into basically into a town just like, you know what, I'm gonna own this town and I'm gonna uproot all the houses and then just like dig in it.
That's what people have done for like dams and river systems. They literally like, yeah, move the fuck along. We're buying your whole village so you can move. It's
Right.
been documented in the past. It has happened.
Was that down here or?
Not from my knowledge
happened.
locally, but like
Right.
other places around the world, it has definitely happened.
Well, if it's happened, then it's definitely bad because they uprooted an entire fucking village.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be of the
Okay.
same opinion if there was a shortage of land for people to build houses on, yet there was lands that people own to build houses on, but there's still plenty of land owned by a small amount of people that they just refuse to share? Would that be an issue?
I couldn't understand because you're cutting in and out for me.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Would you be of the same opinion if people didn't have enough space to build houses, not because there isn't enough space in the country, but because most of it is owned by a small amount of people? Chris?
Well, why would corporations buy up useless land?
It's not useless.
Well, it's just land. It's
Yeah,
just
that's-
acreage.
Yeah,
And
that's
if they
useful.
find nothing interesting on that, to make a profit off, then I don't think they should get it.
No, people have ranches and things where it's just
Yeah, they're making a
acres
profit
and
of it. They
acres.
they have to have acres and acres and acres for those type of animals.
Yeah.
That's their business. That's their livelihood.
Okay, so do you think people should be able to own land that they're not putting to use? That other people could use?
Considering geographical locations are, some, basically, an uphill at nearly a 45-degree angle. I don't think you can build a house on that, or let alone a home. They're the same thing. Homes are a thing where people live in a house. But yeah, like some of the geography over here is just it's fucked for building. So that's why they divvied it up a bit and just like, you know what, animals can fucking go on that. Because
Yeah,
like,
in a
basically
yeah.
right now we got like um, nearly 20 chickens, like carved their little area out. Now we got like a section of a creek, like where the goats can go out. When we had cows, they would fucking roam the entire property, which we were
Yeah.
putting to use.
Yeah.
But basically, with your question with the ranches, like they need that land, because if they fucking constrain all the animals too closely, they're all gonna fucking die, if you think about
Yeah.
it. Because there's no actual natural access to food, and some of those places might have already infrastructure built for water.
Yeah. But in this situation where they're not putting the land to use, but other people could use it, would you be for them still owning that private land?
Well, if it's not being put to use, then
Okay,
they shouldn't own it.
fair enough then. Alright, next question. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to society.
True.
Apparently it's mostly done by robots nowadays, or machines. So, I don't know really. Okay, protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. Fact or cap?
Ooh. Yeah, I agree.
You
Because
definitely need regulations on things like importing from different countries because of things like the disease, for example, disease in animals.
Mm-hmm.
So when like importing shit like that, that's
Yeah,
really
facts.
it
Yeah. Okay. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders.
Disagree.
Facts, bruh. What do you think, Chris? Either.
well, I have to agree with that one, because what else do they have to do? Like, oh no, I'm going to work. Like
To
basically a company is made for to produce produce consumer goods, and also to produce to get a profit.
But
Like,
should they have the
That's-
responsibility to not harm others around them? In the
How
name
the
of making profit?
yeah, they should have that responsibility, but let's fucking look at the M&Ms. The fucking sexy M&M is fucking distracting you from child slavery.
Yeah, so
Mm.
yeah. Bloody sexy M&Ms.
Fucking oh my god, sexy M&M. I don't know anything about fucking child slavery. What are you talking about? Sexy M&M all the time.
Yeah. Right. The rich are too highly taxed. Fact or
Disagree.
cap? Disagree, bro. Right, those with the ability to pay should have access to a higher standard of medical care.
Strongly disagree.
Facts, bro. What do you think, Chris?
No, I disagree.
Cool. Government
Nice.
should penalize businesses that mislead the public.
True.
Yes.
I agree.
Facts. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies.
True.
Strongly agree.
Facts, bruh.
Yeah.
Right,
Ugh.
abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal.
Disagree.
strongly disagree.
Yeah. I strongly
Facts,
disagree
bro.
with that.
All authority should be questioned.
True.
Yep.
Yep.
Strongly,
Facts.
strongly agree.
Everyone has their own voice. It should always be questioned.
True.
Mhm.
That's what I live by.
Yep.
Okay. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Hmm.
So essentially, if someone does something considered immoral, they should have that thing done to them.
Yes.
Why?
Like the
It
exact thing?
depends.
Yeah.
I reckon it depends, yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
if someone, you know, commits rape, they should be raped too.
No, they should just be fucking killed.
That's,
You think so?
Yeah, I've already fucking went over this.
It's a bit
I
more.
already
of
went
an
over this
argument,
already went over this in the question of the day discussion.
Sounds a bit authoritarian.
In this scenario, who would be the person raping the person who raped the person? That makes sense.
What do you mean?
Like, who's the force retaliating to the guy who raped?
The
Like,
state.
who? The state. Well, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Same,
It's
I
too
mean-
much of a fine line to try to determine.
I know.
Yeah.
Tooth for a tooth. Because
doesn't
like you have
actually-
things like
yeah.
that, but then you have other points of views like Chris's.
It doesn't actually fix anything, and we see, in countries with harsher penal systems, that there's a high recidivism rate, which means that the worse prisoners are treated, the more likely they are to go back to prison by committing more crimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and in Scandinavia, they have a very liberal prison system, and w- that's the wrong word probably, but there's a very low recidivism rate, which is pog.
I think that's
Okay.
also in Sweden because they treat it more like a therapy
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than a prison.
True. Yeah, it's pretty dumb over here and in America more so. It's like someone does a bad thing, let's mistreat them for 10 years and then set them free and see what
Let's
happens.
dehumanize them and
Exactly.
Yeah.
pass them open to society. It's like, how do you expect someone to rejoin society after being practically dehumanized and shunned upon for who knows how many years?
Totally.
Like, practically impossible.
Facts, bruh. Right, taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theatres or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis.
Agree.
Strongly agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say agree too. There is
For
an argument to be
example-
made that it bolsters national pride, and it's kind of abstract with things like museums. People go there to learn, and then that may have an impact on what they contribute to society. So there's sort of an argument to be made there.
Well, back in I don't know when it was. I think it was 2011. Whenever Tony Abbott, I think he got elected into Parliament. He had the decision for Australia for like rural Australia, their roads to be fixed and to be a lot safer, and
If only.
like taxpayers would have to work towards that, and so he put that in place. However, we've paid so much in tax since then, and none of that still hasn't happened. Like,
Yeah.
considering
Yeah.
that he wanted it done in like this small amount of time, it just hasn't happened.
That was 2013, wasn't
2013, yeah, not 2011.
What a legend. The best Prime Minister we've ever had. That's fact.
That's cap.
it?
I'm
No,
horrible.
still in Julia Gillard gang.
Yeah, Julia Gillard. Yeah. Gross.
All for women.
Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory.
Jeez. Oh,
I
yeah,
disagree.
agree.
I disagree.
Wait, which one's the one that makes them go to school? Is that agree or disagree? I can't read this properly.
That's
Disagree.
right.
That's
Yeah, the
disagree.
ones that make them go to school is disagree.
Oh, then disagree.
Yeah.
I feel like an
Mhm.
education is important, and I've
Definitely.
done my fair share of skipping classes.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that education is important in everyone's life.
Mm.
And
It
should
does
be
get a
free.
bit complicated though. I mean, they should totally receive an education, although a lot of kids go to school and are negatively impacted by it. They don't really learn anything, so probably the
Yeah,
best
I
thing to do
agree
would
with that.
yeah.
I think another part of that where kids who really don't learn anything is that they're not committed or they're just not caring about their own education. It's like you have to go to school to learn, but like if you don't care about it, it's like surely you're not going to learn anything. But like that's their fault for not learning anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like regardless if it's classroom attendance that's compulsory, they should still be getting an education.
Yeah. Facts, bro. Right, all people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind.
Sure, disagree.
Probably disagree.
Everyone is the same race.
And that race is PogChamp.
That's NASCAR. Right. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children.
Strongly agree.
Agree.
Really?
Disagree.
Because there have been lots of studies on this, and it has been
There's
shown
there's
that-
like a line.
that spanking children does have negative psychological consequences, which is why it's been criminalized in a lot of developing countries.
It is. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't learn harsh discipline when I was young.
You can have harsh discipline without getting like beat.
it's more of a negative reinforcement thing. To eliminate the bad behavior, you do it with a bad response, like a negative response.
Yeah, it's been
But
shown that
there's few
Alright, go on.
things. There's like few people and parents that don't understand when it's happening when they're doing it too much, or when it's even like a little. Like I'm sure you've heard of like the nice parent thing. It's like you don't treat your child like you don't hit your child or anything, and you like let them have their own voice and all that, which like you should do, but when it's like I'm trying to like explain it properly.
You shouldn't do it too much, and you shouldn't do it too less.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of
Healthy medium.
the response in future, the psychological issues in the future that happens because of that.
yeah. Anyway, it's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents.
Strongly
Yeah.
agree.
Bro, it's just
Mhm.
natural for people to keep secrets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of interesting that that question kind of implies that it's okay or good while using the term natural, which aren't really the same thing. So, how about that? Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense.
Strongly agree.
Facts, bruh. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs.
Strongly disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I'm not sure, man. I mean, if I don't think they should just be producing like worker bees and having no concern for their mental health or anything. But you have to acknowledge that when kids are being prepared to work, they're being prepared to contribute to society and build it up. So that should be very important, while also, caring for their health and their general well-being. So, okay, what should the primary function be then?
How to survive with like just in general, how everything works, not just how to work a job, keep a job, and how to do that satisfactory.
Isn't it pretty
Even
easy
that-
to survive in a developed world?
Yes, but there's a lot of things that school doesn't teach you
Yeah.
that can fuck you over pretty quickly, like
Yeah.
tax, for example. I don't think schools teach me how to. One teacher taught me how to do tax, and that wasn't even a part of the curriculum.
I taught
Yeah.
myself how to do tax.
I haven't even done tax. I don't know how to fucking do it. I still
I
don't know how to do it.
don't know how that shit works.
I gotta
do
do it
my
this
own.
year. I don't know how to fucking do
I've just been committing tax evasion my whole life, so there's that.
That's because you
Yeah,
don't
I
have
got a
a job to
job.
get taxed.
it.
Yeah, fuck off. Dude, I make my millions from Chancy's Love Shack, bro. Right.
Then
People
why are
with...
you not agreeing with rich get richer? Bro, racking it.
Yeah,
Come
what
on.
is this?
Sorry, I'm a grifter. Right. People with serious inheritable diseases should not be allowed to reproduce.
Disabilities, not diseases.
Oh shit, disabilities, yeah.
Learn to
Right.
read.
Facts or cap?
I
I was
agree.
gonna say if it's diseases, I would agree, but I don't know what to say here.
Really?
I agree. If it's
You agree?
It's
If
fucked
it's-
up because I want to say
if
agree,
it's-
but it's so fucked up to think about it.
If it's
I don't know.
serious though, if it's serious, because what? Okay, if it's
I mean-
serious, and then you so if it's so serious that you can't contribute to society and you can't do anything, then you're just gonna give the next generation that same thing, and then they're not gonna contribute anything. You know what I mean?
So what should the state do if someone with an inheritable disability has a kid? Like just force
Shoot
an
'em.
abortion, or
No, I think that it should be widely available for them to have an abortion or anything like that.
By mistake.
and what if they
But they
refuse?
shouldn't. But they shouldn't be done like. They should not be fucking like shot.
Right. But what should be done?
I don't know. I can't think of anything. But
Yeah. I'm not saying
I just agree
it's
with it.
I'm not saying it's good necessarily, but for that to happen, but the alternative is the government stepping in and either fining them, which could make the kid's life even worse, sending them to prison, which would make it a lot worse, or forcing an abortion, or taking their kids away, which would also negatively impact them. So it's the best option.
Why isn't there a
in
middle
my view.
option?
I don't know.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to pick.
Right.
Yeah,
The
it's
most.
tough, like there's like there's stuff like the Angelman syndrome, which like that's fucked. I would not want to live if I had that disease.
Yeah.
That's-
See, there's a lot of things like that where it's just so fucked that like, why would you want anyone else to have that? For real.
I mean, it's
So
certainly
have
unethical.
see, now the thing is, you literally become mentally retarded and you can't walk. Like,
Yeah.
who wants to live?
So that's what
Like-
that's what I mean. You literally can't contribute anything and you can't do anything yourself. What is the point?
Hmm.
And if you
I'm-
do pass that on somehow,
Okay.
then what are you going to like? Why would you want someone else to live that?
Yeah, it's like why put someone else through that suffering potentially?
Yeah, I agree that
It's a
it's.
hard fucking choice.
I agree that it's unethical, but the truth is, just because something's illegal, it doesn't mean it goes away. So it would
Yeah.
still happen, except the people, the parents would be either fined or imprisoned, which would just worsen the kids' lives. So,
Yeah.
alright, next question. The most important thing for children to learn to accept is discipline.
Agree.
Yeah,
Strongly
really.
disagree.
Yeah, disagree, bro.
Yeah, but if a child doesn't accept and learn discipline for actions, they're just gonna.
Just-
They're not gonna learn anything. They're gonna do what they want,
it's
and they're never
children,
gonna.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
still
I
far
thought it
from.
meant people, like in
It's-
general.
It's
People
still
in general,
far.
no. Children, yes. Depends on physical discipline. No. Discipline in
children
general.
should learn,
Yes.
yeah, they should learn discipline. They should know what discipline is, and they should know how to act because of it.
Yeah, it's still far from the furthest thing in my view. That's the most important. I mean, certain life skills, independence, being able to work through
Having
difficult
their own
situations,
voice.
Yeah, but
contributing
Having
to
their own
society.
voice.
No, that's not discipline.
Yeah, but what the question's like us is to accept it for like. So it's not showing them what it is. It's to accept it for the actions that they do.
Yeah,
Right,
so
Anything else.
I'm not
So
saying it's
re-
not important, but
re-
it's just not the
repercu-
most important.
I can't say the word. Repercussions of your actions. That's
Yeah.
is what they should learn.
I reckon it is one of the
Interesting.
most important things.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. There are no savage and civilized peoples. There are only different cultures. Fact or cap?
Okay. Okay. Well, it depends on what you're talking about, because if you're actually talking about quote savage cultures, savage peoples,
Savage
you have-
Sigma
you
male
have that-
mindset.
you have that island near the
That
Amazon
tribe, yeah.
that are like literally not Stone Age, but they're like they aren't modernized at all. They
Oh,
are
no, that's in
nowhere
Asia.
near. I'm pretty sure there's one off the Amazon as well.
No, they're in the Amazon.
Anyway, but they're not. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the different cultures thing, I feel like it doesn't line up with what the question's asking.
Interesting.
Wouldn't
I mean-
civilized be in perspective though? Like for them, the tribe you're talking about, that's civilized for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That it's not like the different see cultures. I view cultures as like, okay, you have the Australian culture, then you have like the Chinese culture, then you have Japanese culture. You have like just the different cultures of where you naturally look at it, right?
Yeah, but like
That
some
makes
people
sense.
that are like Australian
national
cultured or
cultures there.
like general English speaking civilized people would think like the I completely lost what I was trying to say. So
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, the big question is, what is civilization? I mean, is it just, having a community and infrastructure, or is not acting inhumanely and like having traditions where you stone gay people to death and like not have any proper medicine or things like that? Is that uncivilized?
Not necessarily.
I mean,
Not-
I'd argue, like, if there's a group of people living in the jungle who, whenever they get a serious preventable disease, they like make a tribute to the gods or whatever, and they like have these epic coming of age traditions where they like circumcise someone while they're awake or like torture them. That's far from civilized in my point of view.
yes, that is.
Yeah, I agree. With you, yeah.
Right. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support.
You'd
Fact
have to
or
agree
cap?
with that.
Agree.
Yeah, I'll have to agree. It's a little brown moment, but
Because
yeah, it's
they're
fine.
not even suffering from unemployment. They're just
They're just too
Not
lazy
working.
to work. They're just too lazy to work.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit of a dilemma. I mean, imagine there's someone who's like maybe suffering from mental illness. They're like depressed and they don't want to work, even though they can, and then they have like a serious medical emergency. Should they just be refused care? I mean, probably
No, that's
not.
different. I feel like that's different. Because I don't think if you have serious mental like health problems that you are able to work. Like they should not be refused help if if they've seeked out the help, they should not be refused it because they
Yeah.
can't
Work.
afford it. If you know
But I
what I
think-
mean.
Say there's someone who doesn't want to work, for whatever reason that they could if they wanted to, but let's say they're depressed, right? And then all of a sudden they get like shot in the leg. Like, should the
Well,
the
that's a
ambulance show
medical
up
emergency.
and
So,
just be
yeah.
like
Yeah,
and just
they
be
should
like,
not-
oh, sorry, you don't contribute to society, so you're on your
No,
own.
that shouldn't be refused.
Yeah.
That they should be helped.
So,
So
why isn't this
disagree.
person not working? You said it's because of
They
Depression.
just
They
don't.
have depression.
Yeah.
then they're not able to work then.
Yeah, that's what
You-
I'm saying.
you can
If they
still
have
work.
serious mental health.
You can
If they
still
have
work
s-
with depression.
Yeah, but yeah, you can in terms, but if this person can't, then they are unable to work.
Well, let's say they're just lazy. Should
Well,
Well,
they be,
yeah,
lazy.
if they're
should
should
they just
still
be
seek
left to
help.
die on the street? If they
They
get
should
shot.
not. They should not be refused medical help, but because they are just refuse to work.
So disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things.
Disagree.
In fact, this is what I do, so I'm biased towards this
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what every guy does. It's pretty cringe, but it's true.
No, I just say fuck the happy shit. Let's get this done with now.
Hell yeah, dude. Right, first generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country.
Disagree.
Facts, bruh. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us.
Strongly agree.
Hell yeah, dude. Right, no broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding.
I disagree.
Same. I mean, it's like it's basically taxpayers paying for propaganda, like whatever the government wants to put out.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, next page.
That was
Pick
good.
this up a little
Our
bit.
civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Fact
I
or
don't think
cap?
it is as much anymore. I feel like at one stage, maybe 10 years ago it was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it is anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say like taking your shoes off at the airport is like excessive or anything. It's like a big deal, but when it comes to things like the Patriot Act, where countries are enacting mass surveillance on their citizens, it seems a lot more like they don't really care about stopping terrorism. It's more of an excuse or a justification to spy on their citizens. So I'd have to slightly agree on that one. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system. While I don't support a one-party system,
Yeah.
it is true that in places like China where they have one party, they don't have to worry about elections every 4 years like in America. And like in America, for example, things are very bipartisan, and it's very hard to get things through because you need to have these massive votes, and then people are so worried about being re-elected and everything, so it does stunt progress. So it's important.
Question? Yeah, sorry, go.
Yeah, it's important to recognize the pros in things that you don't support. So I don't think the pros outweigh the cons in a two-party or like more than one-party system.
Yeah, now for this question alone, I would agree with it. Like, having a one-party system, it is advantage over a two-party system in terms of wanting to get stuff done. Like, you can pass stuff, as I say, with pure delays. And while I don't agree with a one-party system, it's evident that it does have an advantage over the two-party system in terms of like getting regulations through.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you want to have a lot more than two, because that can cause issues too. Right.
Yeah.
Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried.
Strongly disagree.
I disagree.
Facts. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes.
Agree.
Agree.
I agree.
Interesting. You could say that the death penalty purely serves as, I mean, assuming the alternative is them being held in a high security prison where they're not gonna get out and cause harm on society. The main objective of execution is fucking, what's the word? A deterrent. Yeah. But the thing is, I think most people would rather die than spend decades of their life in prison, you know, dropping the soap
at that
every
point,
day.
it's kind of like a mercy. Also, you're saving resources.
Yeah. I mean, also, like, they could be proven innocent like 10 years into their sentence, and then it's like, oh whoops, they're already dead.
Yeah, but I feel
So-
like that's not a common occurrence.
It is a little bit common. So it's like, if someone's just in a prison cell, not really inflicting harm on the greater society, I don't think they should be put to death. But like, if someone's an active shooter, then the police should obviously try to shoot them. But that's different.
Yeah.
Right. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Fact or cap?
Oh, I'm gonna have to disagree with that one.
Same. Democracy for life, boys. Alright. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all.
Well,
That's it.
if abstract art doesn't represent something, well, then it's not really abstract art, is it?
I mean, it's
Abstract
Because-
art is the offsetting image of a person's representation of what it is in their mind.
And then that's up to interpretation of the viewer.
Yeah, that's what it is. So if there's no representational value to it, then it's not
Right.
really what it's made to do.
it is literally called abstract art. You know, it's in the name.
Oh.
So
Well,
I suppose the question is, should art have to represent something to be considered art?
No, art in
No.
general should not.
There's a lot of art that doesn't mean anything that's considered art.
It's just art
Yeah.
to be art.
Exactly.
So like graphics that would go on a t-shirt that don't have any like deep meaning, but they just look cool. Like, is that
Exactly.
art?
Yeah.
Like if I buy a shirt that says "I like pussy" and has a picture of a cat, that's art. It doesn't represent anything.
I mean, I'd say that does represent something. So
It represents how mad of a chat I am.
true. Anyway, in criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation.
Disagree.
No.
Strongly disagree here.
What do you think, Chris?
bro, why you always have to pick on me? That's cringe.
Well,
So you
they
didn't
already
even say anything.
they already said.
I didn't even say anything. Gosh,
Well,
shut the
just-
fuck up and leave me be.
Jesus, what was that moan, dude?
Yeah, bro, I can summon voices
Fair enough. Well, dude, you. Oh my
like
god.
that.
Who was that?
Not me.
I mean,
You should be a hentai
Hey.
voice actor. That's how you rank in the big bucks. Alright, it is a waste of time to rehabilitate some criminals.
disagree.
Strongly disagree.
I'd have to go with
It-
agree.
It
I
is
mean,
a waste of time to try and rehabilitate some criminals. I strongly agree.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time to rehabilitate criminals in general, but there is a small amount of people that are
That is
genuinely
lost. You can't
psychotic
save
and are beyond saving.
I feel like they should definitely.
Yeah, but who has the right to
Choose
judge
why.
who is that person, though?
I mean,
How do you know they don't have a right of saving without trying?
Well, it's like we can't know for sure who is beyond saving, but that there are still some people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
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 I see what you
but
mean.
like, I know what you mean. There are definitely people that, I mean, like, how would you know that a person is beyond saving without trying to save them first?
Yeah. We should try to save some people.
Which is what the
not
question
everyone.
is saying.
We should.
Is it a
Ah.
waste of time to
definitely-
try to rehabilitate them?
We should look. You should definitely try.
So I
I
reckon it
agree
should.
that you should definitely try, but there is people.
But
that
you shouldn't
cannot be
continue. You
helped.
shouldn't go all like. If you can see it's not working, then just no,
Yeah.
no.
Right. The businessman and the business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. As
Disagree.
much as art and writing is pog, you can
Mm.
imagine a word. You can imagine a world with art and literature, but without manufacturers, which means there aren't art supplies or books. So you kind of need manufacturers and business for that. So I'd actually agree.
I see you.
All right,
Well,
mothers.
Didn't didn't our art teacher basically just say like sometimes the artists have to go around and collect their own pigments to make their own paints.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was way back when, during the bloody Stone Age eras.
True, dude.
So like you didn't need manufacturers to have art.
You don't need it, I suppose. But would you rather live in a society, with no manufactured goods, but we have art, or a world without art, but we have like commodities and things that we need?
Neither.
Well, actually, yeah, fucking neither. Like
No.
what the question is actually stating is like, is the business person, the manufacturer, more important than the writer and artist? And the way that I would see like the answers to it, like disagree, is that like I would like they're neither are more important than the other.
They are both needed for each other to survive.
So they're exactly equal.
Well, not exactly equal, but they're close enough.
I'd go agree for this one, actually.
Interesting. Alright, mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers.
Disagree.
Interesting. I'm kind of torn on this one. I mean, I'd say the same thing about fathers too. I mean, it is a sex-based question, but just expanding that, you could ask, is it more important to contribute to your family or to the society as a whole?
But is it asking, so I view this as when Hitler was like, okay, women, to make babies. That's how I viewed that question, because it's only asking mothers. Like, should mothers just be at home? If you bring in fathers, like if you bring in both point of view, then like they should definitely be looking after their family.
Yeah.
Much rather than the society. But if it's just asking, should women be homemakers and only be for like making children and that for the society, then no. They are
Only
also
it says mothers may have careers, not mothers shouldn't have careers, and they should just be homemakers, right?
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably, for both sexes, about 50-50 contributing to society and your family. So I don't know. Okay. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries. Agree. Yeah, that's facts, bruh. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity.
I have no clue what this means.
What is the establishment? It's not.
The establishment is sometimes like the state.
Yeah.
Like I think the establishment is like the it's sometimes referred to as state or some institutions that you may have political differences with. I think that might be it, or just like a disagreement, or like you kind of hate them a little bit because of some reason.
I'm gonna have to go disagree if that's the case.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, same.
Fuck the state!
I mean, if people
drugs, sex, and booze!
hell yeah, dude. I mean, if people made peace with tyrannical societies like the Soviet Union and places like that, they'd still be tyrannical today. So, alright, astrology accurately explains many things.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
That's just a dumb question. Skip.
You agree, we'll say? You're an astrology girl?
No.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're an Aries? I'm a cucumber.
Bro, I'm an asparagus.
Dude, I'm literally a library. I feel that so much, dude. Right, you cannot be moral without being religious.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Facts, bro. Charity is better than social security as a means of helping they're genuinely disadvantaged. Disagree. I'd say.
Yeah.
Because charities are a lot less organized than the state, and underfunded, and they kind of have to advertise, and so yeah, I'd say a social democracy would be more pog. Right, some people are naturally unlucky.
Well,
I strongly
Correct.
agree.
Yeah.
I have to agree with that one because look at Timothy Dexter. He was naturally lucky. He fucking sold bed warmers in the tropics.
So
Mhm.
I'm guessing because this whole thing's about religion, this is about naturally or just lucky because they practice a certain religion or worship.
It's just naturally unlucky.
Yeah,
To me,
I
it's
mean,
all,
I'm just saying
I
that's
strongly
counterpart
agree.
B.
Yeah, I mean, I strongly just agree just because of maths. Honestly, like it is statistically, like it is 100% that there are some people out there who are just unfortunately aren't as lucky.
yeah,
Well, did you
it's,
put God in your equation?
Oh, fuck.
I
Focus on
practice.
going to my math equation.
Yeah.
Oh shit. My binomial fucking probability equation just starts falling apart.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
That's when shit gets crazy.
Yeah.
Now that's extension 3 mouse.
Yeah, I mean,
Just-
it kind of depends what you mean by unlucky. Like, totally people are born into misfortune, but a lot of people view luck as kind of a more woo topic where, like, people are destined to have certain things happen to them, you know, like they're born with a fortune cookie, so to speak. But I'll say agree, just right. It is important that my child's school instills religious values.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Strongly disagree. I fucking hated fucking religious shit. Like, oh my god, I had to waste like one period of history.
Scripture.
I'm just,
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just listening to
still find it-
scripture.
yeah, I still find it important that religious education should be taught in schools, like basic education on various religions, but it shouldn't be
It
like
shouldn't be forced down your throat, and you have to accept this.
yeah.
To me,
Maybe in junior years, I'd agree that they should be mandatory, should learn basic religion of various religion.
yeah.
But from let's say senior school and onwards, I don't agree. That should be mandatory.
I mean, I'm not religious, but it sort of depends what you mean by religious values. Because for, you know, Christianity, for example, which is what is taught here, values from that are, you know, loving thy neighbor, sharing, and not committing adultery or murder. And a lot of those things are labeled as religious values, but they're also just good values, so to speak. So, I'd honestly agree. So, how about that? Alright,
Yeah.
the final page, 6. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral.
Now, is it if you were to have sex outside marriage, is like, are you in a marriage?
No. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, so just premarital sex.
No, well then I just disagree then.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah.
I'm kind of torn between slightly agree and slightly disagree because there are a lot of issues associated with sleeping around a lot. A lot of people like attractive people when they're young, like kind of take advantage of their charm and go around having lots of sexual partners, and it gets to a point where they're, you know, 30, 40 and they don't really have great relationship skills, and that kind of comes back to bite them. But of course, like the occasional premarital sex, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'll go with disagree.
Yeah.
A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of adoption.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Mm-hmm.
Strongly
Based.
agree.
Based, right. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population.
Agree.
I
Yeah.
fucking
Agree.
love porn. Anyway,
I don't know. I genuinely don't watch it. Like,
Dude, that's cap. Come on now.
Bro, you gotta
No.
get the semen retention in. That's why you don't watch porn.
No,
Bro,
he
I-
just watches streamers do Valo one shots and he just nuts.
yeah,
Dude, you watch
for real.
Amaranth.
No, I,
Amaranth, number one fan.
Don't even bring up that name after what we've been
No.
through.
No, dude, you're capping hard though, for real.
I'm not.
Oh, shit.
Dude, hentai counts.
I haven't watched hentai. I think I've watched hentai once in my whole entire life, and I didn't even get off to it because of how shit it is.
Yeah, that's fair. Hentai fucking sucks, dude. Alright. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state.
100%.
We agree.
Agree.
Based.
Yeah.
No one can feel naturally homosexual.
That's strongly disagree. There's this study that's being done. They're trying to find out whether or not homosexuality is natural or not. But I'm almost certain it is, because there's no way that since day one of humanity that people have been heterosexual.
Yeah.
That's
it-
just not true.
I mean,
It-
hell, but there's scientific reports of other animals aside from humans that are gay, like they
Exactly.
like,
they
Yeah,
have-
like the penguins.
Facts.
Like,
They,
it's just-
they form,
lions, any
like-
dogs,
like-
anything.
yeah,
It's just
penguins
not a
form
thing.
gay relationships after they find an abandoned egg. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
they do. It's just
they're
adopted.
just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna be gay for the continuation of my species.
Yeah,
But you're my homie.
like it's
Yeah.
literally just it's natural. There's no way that it's not. And anyone that's homophobic needs to get slapped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the freaking frogs are being turned gay by the
So what you
impossible
say
order.
is you'll slap me if I say I hate gays.
Yeah.
Unless you like
I'll
it
slap
anyway,
you
so-
with my.
I think you might like it, so maybe don't do that.
I might have to be homosexual for no wait, that's wrong. Fuck!
Yeah.
Caught in 4K. Caught in 4K, okay. The final question. These days, openness about sex has gone too far.
I disagree.
Same.
Yes and no.
There's
okay.
some extreme things that people do, but like they just
Like-
need to relax for real. It's not
Yeah.
everyone.
Like I'm picking strongly disagree, but there are some things that just are really I'm just not for it. Like
Like
I'm not gonna shame you. Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't.
Are we talking about like the expression of it? Because like
Yeah, the expression, like
I really couldn't give it like cool.
if
But,
you
like-
did it and you're not like,
Like there's people that are like,
it's not bad. I don't hate it. It's just some things I just can't help and just internally cringe at, like the way you express this
yeah,
stuff.
they're just too out there with it. Like cool, just okay.
Cool,
Sure.
you did the devil's tango. Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I really
Like, I do
Couldn't
not
give
care if you actually just fucked her. I do not care.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no,
that's
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I don't mind if gay people show off that they're gay or stuff like that. But like,
yeah, that's
what I'm
them.
bringing up is like, so the other day, I'm looking at things and then I see this guy bragging because he was having affairs with 3 different girls that identified as wolves, and was going on like that. Like,
Dude,
I
he's
don't
a
care if you do
zoophile.
it, but if you got to make a five fucking minute video about this,
my.
I'm gonna cringe at every second. and I watch the
That's what I
entire thing.
mean. Some
No,
people
too.
they're just expressing too much, and it's just like, ooh, I don't give a fuck.
But dude, that's funny though. Like if I were to do that with 3 girls who identify as wolves, like I wouldn't shut up about it because that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it is funny. I get what you mean, but like people be like,
No, but
oh my
he
god,
also
I'm gay.
identified
Let's
as a
have
wolf, though.
let's have this whole party that I'm fucking gay, and then we can just I can just like
If I find the video, I'll send it to our chat. No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I suppose the main exception I can think of is Kinker Pride, or like people doing sexual things in public when there could be kids around, especially. Right.
Oh fucking
Now
hell!
let's see
just
the
general
final
business.
results. Let's slowly scroll down.
I've already seen them. Sorry.
Dude, bet you're a fucking libcuck, bro.
No.
Oh shit, dude.
What color square is everyone in to start with?
Green.
Green.
Green. How about you, Chris?
Purple.
Oh.
I'm in red.
Whoa. Dude.
Nah, I'm in green. I'm in green.
Oh, okay. Wait, Chris, how far authoritarian?
Purple's not authoritarian, you dipshit.
Yeah, dude, I know. Like, how far up or down? Like,
Bro.
what's
It's like fucking 2.
what's your
And then-
y-axis?
Like it's
Oh,
it's
dude,
2,
you're
it's-
fucking. Dude, I'm
it's
a true
2 down.
libertarian.
It's 2 down and then 1 right. Wait, a half right.
Dude, I'm
Right, so you're barely
3.44 down. You're a fucking tyrannical leader, bro.
Bro, I'm
me
5.75 down.
It actually says libertarian right there. You fucking idiot.
Dude, no. But
no,
compared to
yeah.
me, compared to me,
and
you're fucking.
Well, you
Mandela.
didn't say that.
You're Hitler,
Me and
basically.
Mandela are like the same person right now. I'm pretty close to Gandhi as well. Just saying.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wait, how can you see what Gandhi is?
Scroll up, dude.
I'll just send it.
Oh no.
Gandhi with what the fuck?
Oh, I said it twice. My bad.
Bro, I'm near Washington.
I'm practically like
Yeah.
5.5
Wait,
across and 2.5 down.
Dude, last time I was pretty
4.75
close
left.
to
4.55, yeah.
center lib. I'll have to change my flair on r/political compass memes.
Damn,
Exposed
Yeah.
lib cucks.
I'm gonna start hating children.
Now we can make as a libertarian jokes to Chris. You fucking nonce, bro.
Bro, you can do that. I actually do not give a fuck.
Damn.
I reckon if I just became like an incel for 3 months and did this again, we'd have some interesting stuff.
Yo, you're gonna
Oh,
become
yeah,
an
dude.
authoritarian.
He's gonna
Yeah,
he's just gonna be
hopefully.
straight red.
No, I'm gonna be like high mid blue.
Nah, you and Stalin gonna be sharing the same qualities.
Bro, I can't even see where this shit is. Like, where is the? Oh, there we
In
go.
host chat.
I'm closest to Gandhi as well. I'm practically was.
I'm on
It's actually
Mandela.
Yo, on Mandela,
Yeah.
fire. That's it. I respect that.
No, I was practically on
Respect.
Gandhi.
I'm like in
Gandhi's
between
nuts.
Gandhi and Mandela.
No, I'm gonna be.
yeah.
I'm gonna be fucking Trump next time I do this. Swear to God.
I'm gonna be Pinochet. Let's go.
Where's he?
Top right.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
top right. Top
I
right.
see it now. Fuck. Fuck. Oh my God, he's more right than Reagan.
God damn.
God damn.
Well, lads, hope you enjoyed this episode with the epic Nico host Athena. Smash like, smash sub, join the Discord below, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.
Hey,
Goodbye.
don't go just yet. Am I allowed to threaten the viewers?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm not gonna threaten the viewers then.
Well, I will then. If you don't subscribe, I will come for your family. And if you don't like,
If you don't subscribe, I will come.
He
Oh,
will
shit.
come if you don't subscribe.
Make sure you
Just go-
subscribe,
just go.
please.
Stay with us.
Do you really want these other 4 to see me come? You better subscribe.
I want to.
Oh shit.
I don't want to sink in the cum. Please.
Always remember, it's better to come in the sink than to sink in the cum.
If we can get 10k subscribers, I will make it me cum chicken for Chris to eat.
No, you're gonna have to
Which one
track
you
me down.
decide?
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, no!
Shit.
No.
Poll in the description below.
Oh my god.
holy shit, dude. Alright, catch ya.
Peace.
Peace in the Middle East.